In today's video, we're going to continue our coverage on the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the MCU. Ryan Reynolds cooked the Twitter scoopers pretty much. Also, Kevin Feige's been talking about how Robert Downey Jr. is going to return, if he's going to return to save the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And also, Tom Holland apparently is going to be carrying Marvel going forward, which is actually a really good idea because he's realistically the only character Marvel have that the audience actually cares for. Each one of his movies gets better and better and grosses even more and more. Yeah, I get it, it's Sony Pictures, but you know, it's MCU canon. So yo, what is freaking good YouTube boys to everyone? You're anime, subscribe to never miss any of the Kaiju, Monsterverse, Marvel, DC, pop culture based content that I cover on a daily basis. If you could scratch out, turn notifications on, and let me know, is Marvel beyond saving? Because Godzilla Minus One cost $15 million to make, and it's cooking Hollywood. To be fair, Godzilla is a really cool character. The fact it's Toho means it can be an even more savage. But in terms of CGI, VFX, a $15 million movie is cooking every movie that Marvel's put out this year. So if you could, check us out on Instagram to see the beautiful face behind the beautiful voice. And also if you could, check us out on Twitter, Warstu or X.com. So Ryan Reynolds cooks Twitter scoopers and news outlets, etc. So what did he say? Surprises are part of the magic of theatrical movies. It's important for us to shoot the Deadpool movie in real, natural environments using practical effects, opposed to making the movie indoors and digitally. Telephone lenses continue to spoil surprises and create difficult situations for everybody. Here's hoping some of the websites and social channels hold back showing images before they're ready. The film is built for audiences' joy, and our highest hope is to preserve as much of that magic as possible for the finished film and the big screen. Part of the reason that people post spoilers is because they're excited. I realize these aren't real world issues, and it's firmly in the good problems bucket. I love making this movie. So what is he talking about? Your boy Warstu hasn't actually spoke about any of these leaks, so a bunch of set leaks came out via Daily Mail, which is a new, well, it's not real news. It's a new, allegedly, it's a news organization here in the United Kingdom where there's even, I mean, I don't know why you would do this. People have been uploading actual set videos of Deadpool 3. I mean, that's a major copyright claim there. I wouldn't even dare to do that. So he's basically coming at people, but in a cheek and tongue way, that have been uploading these pictures, like not just a few of them, ridiculous amounts. Sure, there's like, oh, there's an Easter egg to the Fantastic Four. There's, you know, something to do with Hydra and something to do with Captain America and Civil War. We've not even spoke about any of these things, but he's basically trolling scoopers and creators that have been covering this. I get it, leaks is part of the pop culture world. I get it, but there does come a point where you actually are posting far too much stuff. And that's basically what he's saying it. So one of the infamous Twitter reshare other people's information scoopers hit back, and it's like, it almost feels like this person's, Ryan Reynolds, has hit a nerve. The truth of the matter is, not many people actually read these leaks online. Most of the general audience is going in blind, unaware of any of this stuff. No Way Home was the only time I've seen movie leaks being talked about in the real world. Well, you know, this person clearly doesn't live in the real world, because I hear people talking about the leaks to do with Secret Wars and Marvel's allegedly dead. And then this person went on, and in the case of Spider-Man No Way Home, the leaks probably helped the movie because it was such a big hit. Interesting. I do kind of agree with that, but when you get up to 2 million impressions and you're averaging at least 200 to 300,000 views on your posts on Twitter, and you're saying nobody sees them. So someone on Twitter called Warzilla responded, trying to make yourself feel better for resharing other people's legit leaks, and then the wavy face. Interesting. But then Ryan Reynolds went one step further, and I believe this is part of marketing. So he started to cook him even more. He's uploaded some Photoshop images with Ashton Kutcher in the background and Predator in the photo. Deadpool began with a leak, so I'm joining in, but please don't overuse the phrase Deadpool leaks because it might screw up the search results if anyone is looking for Deadpool leak or Deadpool spoilers or perhaps Deadpool scoops. And then he hashtag Deadpool leaks, Deadpool spoiler, Deadpool scoops. Now this is kind of funny, right? Because this movie's turning into Multiverse of Madness. Because let's be honest, we've all seen the leaks. We know there's a bunch of Fox X-Men characters appearing in this movie. But the multiverse concept is the fact that literally anybody could appear in this movie. And as Disney owns a lot of different IPs, they could And then he started to upload some actual leaks, and Mickey Mouse is going to appear in this movie apparently. And yeah, he's really starting to cook these fake scoopers, which is interesting because Predator, hypothetically, this is a multiverse movie, could literally appear in this movie if they wanted to. So I believe maybe they could do some kind of scene where a character from an IP they own appears in the movie, because if it truly is a multiverse, and the multiversal concept isn't just about, there being other variants of the same characters that we've already seen, the whole multiverse is literally anybody could appear in theory if that is the case. So that's pretty interesting. So more of the story is stop sharing leaks, especially when it's not actually a leak because it's going too far and it's a set video of them filming on set. That's just insane. Your boy War Drizzy would never do that again. I'll say again, just in case I've done it previously. So Kevin Feige came out recently and he addressed if Robert Downey Jr. is returning, and he basically said, yo, we are not going to disrespect the IMC. So what does this mean? No one actually thought that Robert Downey Jr., Iron Man, the one that sacrificed himself, and then it turned out he didn't really need to based on the multiversal storyline. No one actually expected that version of him to return. It would just be the case that if he does return, hypothetically, it would just be a variant of him. He could return as a villain. He could return as Superior Iron Man and, be a multiversal villain if you want, so to speak. So there's a rumor going around that Tom Holland's Spider-Man, and it's interesting because Tom Holland's Spider-Man recently came out and cooked Marvel and said, yo, I'm not returning for Spider-Man 4 unless it's a very good storyline and unless the character development is good. And respectfully, I like Tom Holland, but this is basically what it really means. Pay me more money. So apparently he's going to be the face of Marvel going forward for Avengers 5 and Avengers 6. This is nothing new. That's doing the rounds at the moment, but really that's going back over a year. Like I said, like all these new characters that have been introduced, like Shang-Chi, like Miss Marvel, like Photon, like She-Hulk, all these new characters, nobody cares for them. Why? Because if they did, we'd be getting Shang-Chi 2, Eternals 2, so on and so forth. People don't even care for the new Captain America. Like, why do you think they're reshooting the whole movie for 5 months? And people actually think they're reshooting 3 action sequences in 5 months when they filmed Infinity War in 7 months. Right. You're going to refilm three action sequences in 5 months. No, it test screened that bad and no one cared for the movie that they're actually having to reshoot. Also, to put the boy Tom Holland in control and in charge of the Avengers means he's going to get a hefty payday. Good on him. Good on him. He can get out of the acting gig really early before he hits late in his acting career if he wants to. But Tom Holland always contradicts himself. He's like, yeah, I want to play Spider-Man forever. And then he's like, oh, I shouldn't really play Spider-Man into my 30s. It's like, the thing with these actors they are always talking. But realistically, if you're listening, it's more about negotiation contracts and getting paid more money. So apparently the Fantastic Four movie is going to be awful. Apparently the reason why the cast hasn't been revealed is because Mr. Shackman lied. Let's break it down. So he said, yo, the cast is locked in, and after the strikes are ended, we can reveal everybody. Cool story, bro. Apparently, Pedro Pascal may be the only confirmed cast member for the movie. Interesting. But he said, the director of the movie said he's cooking. He's like, yo, the cast is all locked in. Apparently the only person that's locked in, according to this article I'm reading, is Pedro Pascal. There's obviously, and this is coming courtesy of Casey Walsh. It sounds like Pascal is the only one who is set. The other cast will center around him, meaning chemistry tests and more. So it may be sometime before anyone else gets confirmed. As we know, we had Anya Taylor-Joy being linked to being Frankie Ray, a Silver Serpent Herald, or some variants of that, or I don't know what they're going to do with it, but yeah, realistically, they're the only 2 actors that are allegedly locked in, or at least it's apparently only Pedro Pascal that's locked in. So there is a bright future for Marvel. It's just a case of Deadpool 3 has to bang. Why does it have to bang? Because Marvel is literally putting everything on that movie. Yes, we are getting Echo next year, but no one cares. It's a Disney Plus show. They screened it. They screened it in London last night, but it's a streaming show. Why would you screen the first 2 episodes of a streaming show when the whole series is going to be released in the same day? There's a bunch of Disney Plus shows coming out next year that no one cares for, realistically, and that is the truth. No one cares for them. So they're literally throwing everything at Deadpool 3. Ryan Reynolds cooking the Twitter scoopers and the creators that have covered all these leaks. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but literally real set videos. I've seen it all over like TikTok, and I've seen them all over the place. So Ryan Reynolds to cook them is pretty funny. But I do believe there is some truth to this, and it would be cool if Predator or one of the IPs that Disney owns appears in that movie. They could do that pretty, like, get Frozen in there or something. Get Elsa and Anna in there or something. It would be pretty funny if they were allowed to do that. So likewise, guys, sorry I've not covered Marvel stuff recently, but there hasn't really been a lot to talk about. So I thought I'd do a bunch of topics in one video, just so we can keep up to date with the Marvel news, rumors, and alleged information. Ryan Reynolds, keep cooking them scoopers. Wannabe scoopers. So like always, guys, check us out on Instagram. I wish you to see the beautiful face behind the face. Check us out on Twitter. I wish you G. And I'll catch you on another video very soon, guys. Catch you later.